It was hard for me to grow up with only one dad. There were many fights between my parents over small things. Dad had a short fuse and often lost his temper for no reason. I was always scared because I didn't know when he would blow up. My dad was sent to jail after a fight in which he badly hurt someone. My mother left my father, which was hard for me. It hurt me a lot. What my dad did made me angry and confused. This changed the way I thought about marriage in a big way. I can't wait to get married. I did not want to give up my happiness for a romance or make my parents suffer. I met my first partner when I was in college. I wasn't sure about him at first, but his earnestness and drive changed my mind. We became closer during this time because we had a lot to go through. I love my partner more now than ever before. He gives thought. We share the same beliefs and hobbies. I hope that one day we can live together. I think our relationship will last because we are honest and understand each other. I found out about my boyfriend's cheating on me by accident in our third year together. I saw an SMS from an unknown woman on my boyfriend's phone while he was taking a shower that night. The contact log showed that they had been together for a long time. This broke my heart because I thought my whole world had come apart. What made him cheat? I had no idea, and I was shocked and disgusted by it. My goal was to find him and make things right. He didn't seem upset when I told him, like he wasn't guilty. Finally, he said they should end things. My heart broke when he told me this choice. I didn't want to be hurt by him or trust him, so I ended things. The more I thought about the fact that my partner had left, the worse I felt. It helped me sleep, so I took some pills and drank half a bottle of rum. I was feeling insecure and sad. My mom saw that I was acting funny when she got home from work. I was crying and having fits. Mom was scared enough to call for help. To help me breathe and feel better, she put me down on the bed. After that, I was taken to the hospital. When I was taken to the hospital, I was not awake. The lights were bright, and I was in a hospital bed when I woke up. The white-suited doctor came out. He paid attention to the computer's most important information. To the right, you could see my body. It shocked me that my body wasn't like it was when I was young and fit. I couldn't breathe well because my skin was too light. I was empty and lifeless. I was scared and powerless because I didn't know if I could get better. When I came out, it was dark. Something I couldn't see seemed to be pulling my spirit in one way. There was nothing but darkness around me. I was pushed forward and felt horror and tyranny all the time. I knew for sure that something terrible was going to happen. There was a big door in front of me. The glowing red stones at the door caused changes in the energy that could be felt. Two huge black monsters with wings and sharp claws showed up near the doorway. Their eyes looked evil. When I stepped inside and saw what was inside, the door opened slowly and shocked me. I was in a place called hell that I couldn't understand. There was fire all around me, and the air smelled awful and burned. Beasts in the dark with mean eyes looked around. My spirit felt like it was bound and couldn't move. I screamed in pain, but the animals didn't pay any mind. Things kept going. I fell to the ground powerless, and my cries turned into a constant ache. I felt like I was stuck in this dark place and couldn't get out. My fear turned into hopelessness. Even though I tried to leave, I never felt better. I felt like a lot of people were pulling me down into the gap. In the dark, I saw things that were fuzzy, bend, and twist. It was heavy and smelled like death. In hell, things were very painful. I saw how painful it was for ripples to be burned and harmed in the fire. I kept going even though my heart was broken. I could only pray to God when I was in pain. As they prayed, a blue light flashed. Something fell, a bright tower. A voice said, "It's okay, I'll save you." Viewed an angel. "We don't have time. We need to leave quickly," said the angel. They showed me the way to the light column. The light and movement made me close my eyes. Sometimes, out of curiosity, I opened my eyes. If I opened my eyes, I saw a big flight of stairs. It looked like an old man with a cat was going up the stairs. At the bottom of the stairs, that's when I knew it was the way to heaven. There were a lot of people at the door to heaven. Most of them wore white, had big smiles, and looked happy. I saw them give each other hugs and gifts. As soon as they heard the word, they went through the gates of heaven and into the eternal world. I knew this was my home. I was also looking forward to seeing my loved ones who had died. The angel saved me at that moment. He said I couldn't enter yet. He then took me to a lovely lake. The water in the lake was very clear. There was an island in the lake with trees all over it. There was a faint flower scent by the water. A lot of chairs were set up under the trees. I felt calm when the breeze hit my face. To his right, I saw an angel with wings and a guy in his 40s dressed in a robe. I thought he looked like Jesus. Angel asked, "Why are you here?" They heard me say I didn't want to be there and that life wasn't fair. Who said this world is fair? Angel looked at me and asked, "Every person picks their own experience. You have plenty of time." Turned down his plea to return now. I wanted to stay. He looked at me and seemed to know everything about me. His answer was, "I understand. I feel your pain, but you need to leave. You are still not ready. You're not done with your trip yet. You need to go back." I felt better when I heard his voice. "I'll be back, but I'm not sure how to confront my assailant," I said. "I do not know what to do." Christ said with a smile, "Learn to love and forgive." We have to be ready to forgive others' mistakes because no one is perfect. The work is hard, but it has to be done. There will be help and support given. From what Jesus told me, heaven is a safe place where people will get the best care. The things a person does on earth decide where they will go to heaven. Christ also told me what he thought his job was as God's representative. We need to keep this promise about the final meaning of life. Even though it was hard, Jesus had to do it because God thought he could save lives. I have to get past problems in order to grow and get better. Problems and responsibilities are unavoidable in life. I need to deal with them and find a way to do it. Christ, I told you I didn't want to go back. Don't let me get hurt while you watch. Keep an eye on me. If I came back, I wanted him to take care of everything. I can't hurt other people, my child. He looked at me. Only people who are hurt can get better. Jesus asked, "Do you know why I saved you from hell?" Even though I didn't know the answer, I knew that Jesus had sent the angel to save me. I knew then that Jesus had always looked out for me. After hearing him talk, I knew what my life was really about. He smiled and nodded at me. I had to return to earth to finish my journey. He told me that he would help me if I prayed to him. Both he and the angel went away. I saw something strange in the dark as I got ready to leave again. Their eyes were very bright. There were 2 stars in the dark. When eyes looked at me, I knew I wasn't the only one. Even with everything going on, I felt brave and hopeful. I knew that Jesus was always with me. I felt my beating when I got back to my body. When I got back, I was scared and confused because I had no idea what had happened. I felt lost and alone because my mom didn't believe me. Since I knew what I was going through, I thought that God was always watching over me and would help me. This link hurt me a lot, but I knew I had to keep going. Once my scars on the inside healed, God restored my faith in marriage and love. I liked a guy a lot. I wasn't sure if I should stay with him or not. He was accepted by me after he told me how he felt. We quickly got married. We had our first child soon after. It made me happy that God had given me the gift of motherhood. Our second child was born in 2012. I didn't believe in God, but he was still watching over me. He helped me get through tough times and get better. I'm thankful for how this journey and God have changed me.